Hey folks, it's Frithgar here, how you doing? Welcome back to Estancia Lapacho, set in South America, and I've just realised that I've actually got pounds and miles going on here, so let's just get rid of that a minute. We need to have that on kilometres and dollars for South America. There we go, right, and let's keep going. We don't want to be wasting any fuel. Fertiliser. I've only actually got 140 left. Oh, I was looking at the top one. Oh, I don't know if I'm even going to be able to make it to the end of the row. Actually, I don't think I am. Oops. Okay, we badly calculated that one. The other fields we will have to spray in the morning. But anyway, before we do anything else, let me just say Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas. I hope you're having a wonderful day, no matter what time of the day you're watching this, and you are spending a decent bit of time with your friends, with your family, or with whoever it is that you spend Christmas with. Even if it is just Frithgar here on YouTube, because I know that not everybody goes out and socialises with a load of people, so it might be that your ideal Christmas is at home celebrating it with me. Now, I did seriously consider not really making many videos for today, so that, you know, people wouldn't feel that they should stay here and watch my rubbish here instead of going out and socialising, but I sort of mentioned this last year for Christmas, and several people pointed out that in actual fact, they don't go out and celebrate Christmas with other people. They still celebrate Christmas, but they're home by themselves. That's kind of what they like to do, and they appreciated the fact that I had some content for them to watch. So you've got your normal 3 videos for today. We got this one, and then you will have already had Banished come up, and then a little bit later on we got House Flipper for you as well. I'm not doing like a Christmas theme on all 3 of them, but I did think that I would actually do a Christmas theme for today. For this one, for Estancia Lapacho, we're going to do a Christmas theme. So before we go any further with it though, we got that field over there. Now, last week, disastrously, the cows escaped from their pen and went rampaging off across the fields, and they destroyed a whole load of crops, so we had to cultivate it in. And so then I put the question to you, the good folks watching at home, what should we do with that field? Should we just leave the field and, you know, carry on regardless, and come back to it, you know, replant the whole field after we're sort of all finished? Or do we do something with it now? Do we get right onto the case and do we replant the half of the field? Now, this was actually very, very interesting. I had a lot more people answer the first day than I did the other 2 days, and it was the other 2 days that actually changed the results of this round. So it was I think we had like yeah, there was less than 400 people that answered the question for the final 2 days. In total, we had 1,326 people answer the question, and I had 647 people say that they wanted me to leave the field and not do anything with it until after we've done the next harvest. And I had 679 people say that they want me to replant it. That is really, really close. It's one of the closest results we've had in a very, very long time. 647 said leave it, 679 said replant it. So the replant wins by a cat's whisker. Just a cat's whisker. A hair's breadth. The replant wins. So we do actually need to replant that field. That is the way that the vote has gone. And if you're not happy with the way that the vote has gone, I can only say encourage more people to vote for what you want rather than what the other one wants. And you've always got the chance. You can make your arguments in the comment section. You can try to get people to vote your way rather than any other way. So what we're going to need to do is we need to load up with fertilizer. Now, strangely, despite the fact that this one has a liquid animation when applied, you know, it would probably help if I lifted that one up. Despite the fact that it has a liquid animation when it is planting the sugarcane, it actually takes solid fertilizer and not liquid fertilizer. So we're going to need some solid fertilizer in this bad boy right here, and we don't actually have any kicking around. We got some over in the horse seed tender, I think. Yeah, I don't think we actually got any pallets left out here. No, we don't. Right, so no pallets here. So let's just spin round again. We need to get this one loaded up with fertilizer, and we need to get it loaded up with sugarcane. Now, we got some pallets of sugarcane over around here. We've also got a bit of sugarcane in storage over at the train station, so we may have to go and call on that. So we're going to get this started. Let's just park that one there, and then once that one gets going, we're going to do the other thing that I have planned for today for Christmas. Now, it's not like a big thing, and you will have already seen something similar if you watch the Dowland Farm, not the Dowland Farm, Sandy Bay now. Okay, get with the times, Frith, come on. Sandy Bay, it's Sandy Bay. And if you've seen that one yesterday, you will already know the mod that I'll be using. So it's nothing major, it's not a huge Christmassy thing, but it is still Christmassy. So I thought that we would use it, and that can sort of be our Christmas thing. I have a very, very busy upload schedule, as you all know, and I've decided to cut out one of my time-lapse episodes this week in order to be able to spend a little bit of time with my family. And I also made the decision not to actually go out of the way to do any kind of Christmas special this year. You know, we can mention Christmas, and I will sort of do a Christmassy theme in a couple of videos, but generally speaking, that is going to be about it. I figured that you probably prefer me to spend a bit of time really working on, you know, I thought that would open itself, but apparently it doesn't. Yeah, I thought oh, I know why. I reckon that is on the wrong one. Yes, you can see on the back there, it's actually quite visible. If I move this now, change that one over, is that going to cause it to open? Oh. You know, I thought for a moment it would cause the seed thing, the fertilizer thing to open up, but apparently it doesn't do that. Even if I go right back over it. It does sometimes, but it doesn't on this one. So, yeah, I figured you'd probably prefer me to do a... Yeah, I'm confused here. What's going on? Why isn't it allowing... Right, I can do refill sower. If I go R on there, that's not actually... Yeah. What's it doing? Right, where's it refilling from? I'm saying refill sower. Is it actually... Oh, no, it's grabbing it from... No, it's not grabbing it from there. I think it's actually grabbing it from the pallets over there. Is it? No. I've got 5,000 litres of sugarcane. Okay, I am genuinely confused as to why I got refill sower and it's refilling and the sugarcane is coming out of nowhere. I haven't stored sugarcane anywhere. So where is it grabbing it from? I don't have any hidden tanks or anything like that. And it shouldn't be coming from there either. Now, I should also be getting some fertilizer from somewhere, and I'm not sure where that's coming from either. This is all very, very confusing. Anyway, yeah, Christmas. I decided that I would just try and do all of my upload schedule, and that I figured that most of you would prefer me to just keep the upload schedule going rather than cutting out a whole load more videos in order to allow time for making a Christmas special. So yeah, that was my assumption that I made, and I don't know if that is true or not, but I'm hoping it is the case, because that is kind of what I've done. So let's just put that one down. Now, I really don't know where that sugarcane has come from. I didn't think that those things just kind of magically produced their own sugarcane. And I mean, I've got some pallets over there that I'm going to bring over, and I'm going to tip in. The idea was that I was going to bring them over and I was going to tip in. So unless it's like just pulling it by itself straight out of the train silo, and that's like a thing on this map, I'm guessing it's kind of just generating it spontaneously, which does seem a little bit odd. Let me just stop on there. Right. Oh, yeah, the other thing that I do need to point out, as you probably noticed, that we now have 180 cows, and we had 164 when I left the map at the end of last week. It was because this week's roll, I rolled a 4 first, which gave us an animal item, and then it was a 3 for the second roll of the dice, and that gave us twins for the animals. Our animals had a higher than normal reproductive cycle, and so we had more animals than expected. So we increased our current herds by 10%. Now, our pigs are still on 250 because they haven't actually been activated yet. We haven't technically bought the pigs yet. They're still waiting for us to go and do them. So I excluded the pigs from this one, and I did add in cows. We had 164. Rounded to 10% is 16. So I added that in, and we now have another 16 cows, which is 180 cows in total. So I want to bring this over. Now, I'm really curious. I think that sugarcane thing is just kind of generating itself spontaneously out of nothing. Which is... I mean, it's convenient, but at the same time, I don't particularly like it, because I like the idea of, at least for this series, having to manually go and get the stuff and you bring it over. So where it's coming, I got 2,000 in that one, and you don't actually lift it up like that. You've got to bring it over next to it and then refill from there. Hang on a minute. We just take a look in this one. What do we got? No, that's still on 5,000 seed. The seed on that one is completely full. So if the seed on that one is full, where is the sugarcane coming from? I can refill there, and it's taking it out of the pallet. Takes it out until all of that is gone, and then it disappears. Now if I press R, it's not doing anything. So it was definitely coming out of the truck over here. It's coming out of that seed tender. But we didn't actually, it's not taken any seed from there. It's taken fertilizer. It did pour the fertilizer in, but it's still full. And yeah, I'm going to assume that the seed tender does work in the same principle. It works in the same way that the pallets of sugarcane work. However, it doesn't kind of bring it from anywhere. So that is, it's like there is a bug there. There is definitely a bug of some kind there that allows you to get fertilizer. Not fertilizer. It allows you to get sugarcane completely for free for nothing. So if you would like to, if you don't worry too much about playing the game realistically, there is a source of sugarcane there apparently. You can just bring the seed tender over next to the vehicle and it will start filling up with sugarcane, and it doesn't actually seem to get it from anywhere. So we go back in here again and we put a load more sugarcane in. We're going to need to go and get our truck, and we're going to need the sugarcane trailer. We're going to have to go over to the train station, and we're going to have to get the rest of the sugarcane that is in there. We're going to bring that back, and we're going to use that for doing this planting. I've got a feeling that we are going to be using quite a bit. So let's just grab this next bit. I'm going to try and take two at once now. Come in here, and just ease. Nope, I want to actually just bring it over just a little bit. Over this way towards me a bit. There we go. Perfect. Excellent. And I just need to shuffle it round. I just want to shunt it over sideways just a little bit. And I want to try and get those two pallets fairly close to each other like that. And put that forward a bit more. Go on. There we go. And right, now I can come out of that one. And now if I just move over a half a width, we can slide in again. And this time it should meet up with both of them. There we go, that one, and both of them all the way in. Perfect. Look at that. That is excellent. So we got both pallets here. So you start out with 8,000 litres of sugarcane on the map. This is what the map comes with to start with, which I guess is enough for the small sugarcane planters, but 8,000 litres really doesn't plant very much. I have noticed that when we've been doing sugarcane planting. Right, I'm scrolling out. That was scrolling out. And by the way, you know, I've had this issue with my Logitech G403. They have gotten back to me. They asked me to just run a couple of tests on the mouse and tell them what I found. So I did that, and I told them what I found. I had an email back again, so it did take them a while to sort of get hold of me in the first place. However, I can understand that because, you know, this is a major issue that has affected quite a number of their mice. They've now corrected that issue, but there's a lot of mice out there that have got this issue. So obviously they're going to be very, very busy dealing with all this. So you know, give them a bit of credit where it's due. They've got this major issue and they are now handling it. So I had an email, and I had the email at 10 to 9 in the morning, and then I carried out the tests that I needed to do, and I wrote back with the information. That took me about 10 minutes to deal with. And then, it was, I would say, about 2.5 hours after I replied to the email, I had another email back from them to say, we've had a look at your, we've seen your response, and there is now a replacement request being dealt with. You will be contacted shortly by our shipment company, and they will arrange delivery of a new mouse. There was no question of me having to provide the old one to them or anything like that. It was just, it's a problem. We know it's a problem. There's a new one in the post to you. That's it. That's all they wanted to know. They just wanted to make sure that everything was fine, and it was just new one in the post. It'll be there well, they should contact you within the next couple of days, although obviously we've got to allow for Christmas, and it'll be fine. Okay, I am actually deleting a little bit of the old sugarcane there, but that's alright. We'll let this one go up and make sure that this one turns in the right direction. So long as it does, we can then go on to the other thing that I have planned for today. I don't know if you're going to like it. You may not. I really don't know how you're going to respond to this little idea that I've got, but I thought it would be pretty cool. It's not particularly realistic, but I still think it's going to be fun. So I thought, why not? We'll give it a go. Christmas only comes once a year. So yeah, we'll do that. We'll just make sure this one does work properly, and then we can go and do that, and we can come back and we can check on this one to make sure it's doing all right. We're going to have to get a bit more sugarcane for it in a little while, but we won't worry about that just yet. So yes, anyway, the Logitech issue. Now, obviously, the mouse is still causing me some problems, and it's likely to affect most of the videos up until around New Year. Hopefully by that time I'll have gotten my replacement, but I am very, very happy with the speedy response and also the way that they've dealt with it. There is absolutely no complaints there. I did have a complaint about the time that it took for them to first get hold of me after, you know, because they do say on their website it'll be within 2 working days, and it took about 10 days. However, when we look at the big picture and the sheer number of these things that is going on at the moment, we can allow, you know, I'm sure that's kind of understandable. You know, this is a major issue for this company, and they're doing everything they can to make sure that this issue is being dealt with. Now, obviously, they can't just say, oh, here's a new mouse to everybody that sends them an email. You've got to go through a certain process of eliminating any other obvious problems. And I went through the process. It was very quick. I did install a new update for some software for them, and I tested it again, and then I went into my device manager and I told them what I found in there, and as soon as I said that, they said there's a new one in the post. So there's certain things that they're looking for, and then it's no questions. There's no questions asked after that. It's just new one in the post. You don't have to send us the old one. We're not going to make you go without a mouse for 20 days while we have that one shipped back and we look at it and then you get it again or anything like that. None of that going on. None whatsoever. And I was really, really pleased with that. I really was. Genuinely impressed with how it's been handled. However, what we do need to do here, what I'm not genuinely impressed with, is what I just did there on the end. I should have done the headland first. So we'll do the headland a minute. We'll lower that one down and we'll do I think we'll do 3 passes. We'll do over and back, and then over again, and then we'll start planting from that side, because we've done 2 passes on that part of the field over there. While that one just does that little bit there, I do want to quickly flick over to this one and start it up. There we go. And there we go. Because we need to cultivate this field. I nearly forgot about that. That field has to be cultivated. So we'll let that one carry on there. And then we can go back over to... I had several people saying that they would now like me, because, you know, the majority of comments were you wanted me to get rid of the red and yellow truck that we had, the barn find. So I got rid of that one. I sold that one. And now most of the comments about this seem to be that you'd like me to take this truck over to the shop and have a spray paint job done so that the colour matches the trailer. So you'd like the red and the yellow one back. I think that's absolutely brilliant. And that does actually bring me into my weekly question. I figured that rather than trying to make a guess on what people want, I'm going to put this to a proper weekly question. Do we leave our old battered pickup exactly as it is, in a nice stark contrast to the trailer over here, the Thunder Creek, just Thunder Creek equipment, the Thunder Creek, what is it? Fuel transport, fuel trailer. Yeah, do we leave it like it is in contrast to the trailer, or do I take this one over to the shop, all the way down? Actually, we can do it. We got our own workshop. We can do it in our own workshop. Or do I take it over to our own workshop and get a spray paint job done? So I will colour the truck red and I'll do the rims yellow to precisely match the Thunder Creek fuel trailer. Which one would you prefer? It's your vote, it's your game. Head into the comment section down below, let us know which one you want and why, and of course don't forget to actually cast your vote in the top right hand corner. Do you want the truck left as it is, or do you want me to give it a spray paint job and change it to red and yellow to match the trailer? Right, that's that question done. So we can go back over here to... Oh, we do need to bring this one back. Let's do that now. Let's run this one back down to the yard. We're done with this one. We're done with the planting for now. We've got, well, we do have other planting that we're going to do, but we'll start that in the morning. It's 8 o'clock, it's 6 o'clock in the evening now, so we will start that later on. I'm also not quite sure what I'm going to plant yet. I'm trying to think about what I should be planting, and we've got a load of beans up here. We're going to need corn for the pigs. Now, I can't remember what exactly I said was going to be my plan. I've got beans up here. This is all beans. I was actually thinking that this field down here would all be corn. We'll do all of that in corn. And then these fields over here, these will be slightly different ones. I'll do a selection of crops over here. Actually, I think I might do field 6 as barley. And do 5 and 4 as canola. And that leaves 1 and 3. That just leaves 1 and 3 that we've got to decide. Well, if I'm doing corn down here, it's quite a big field of corn. Maybe I should just do a block. I mean, 4 was barley anyway. So I don't really want to do barley back on that one. Maybe if I do canola in that big block there. No, but we've already done straw harvest down here. Canola on that one. And canola on that one. Barley on field 6. And then wheat on those 2 fields there. Something like that. I think, yes, I think that's what we'll do. We'll do something like that. But let's take this one back to the yard, because I'm actually going to put a different tractor on this seed drill for the rest of it. Because although this tractor does pull the seed drill, I think it would be better if we had a slightly bigger one on here if we could. And also, we are going to have to buy another seed drill, aren't we? We're going to need to get another one to do the 2 big fields down there. So we'll have to deal with that as well. And I completely forgot about the John Deere. I need to stop that one a minute. Actually, no, it's going to have to come back over. We're going to end up doing the entire field on just on the short runs instead of the long runs, because I forgot to stop it. That'll be all right. We'll let it go. It'll be fine. Nothing to worry about. There is quite... That's a fair headland. At least it's not going to be going down over the bank and getting spoiled down there, is it? Well, that is a very healthily sized headland. I don't think we're going to have any problems with the tractor disappearing off down over the bank with this one. So we'll just stop it when it gets to the end here, like that, and if we back it round the corner here, there we go, that one can start going up across there. Perfect. Right, that one can go up across there, and that will now finish planting that field, and we can go and get started on our next item on the agenda, and that is my Christmas theme. Now, let's just stop there. I want to come out, and I need to unhitch this trailer here. So that one can stay there. And then we can leap into this one. And I am aware that this grass is starting to irritate some people. Rest assured, it is also irritating me. We've got the Animal Table Manners mod. However, at the moment, the grass is too much for the cows. You look here, see they're all absolutely maxed out. That is because I put 150,000 litres of each into all of the troughs. And some of them are not sort of using up very quickly. Now, what I could do is go and get a hay turner, just pick that up and dump it a little, just elsewhere, just like move it over a bit and then run over it with a hay turner, turn it into hay. You know, I could do that, but I figured that probably wouldn't be particular. I mean, it's not really realistic leaving a big pile of grass like that on the map anyway, but you get the idea. I do want to try to at least try to get as much realism on this one as we can. Not everything is going to be absolute realism, but I would like to try to get some realism going on in the map, because I know that that's, you know, this is the realistic series, so we do need to try and stick to that a bit, or, well, as much as I possibly can. And so, turning that into hay after it's been there for so long is not particularly realistic. And I realise that what I'm doing right now is not particularly realistic either. However, this is kind of my plan. I've got a little plan that I wanted to bring to fruition here, and I need to be in the right place for it. I'm not really sure where the best place to do this would be. I'm sort of thinking over here somewhere. Maybe on a piece over there. We're not very likely to be using the land over here at any point. And so I figured that it would be better if we could do this on land that we're not really going to use. So first of all, let's just turn the engine off a minute. We'll do it from here. And if I go through here, I want to go into placeables. And I want to get the placeable, there we go, the Christmas tree. Look at that one. Now, we're not just going to do we're not just going to plonk down a Christmas tree and say, there we go, it's Merry Christmas. That's not how this is going to work. I need to know how far up here I can go. I can't go very far up onto that bank, so we can't really use that bank. So where else can I do this? Now, that's the chickens are over there. I suppose I could do it near the chickens. The reason that I want to be careful with this is because I'm not sure if when we place the tree down it deletes the grass underneath it, and so I don't really want to delete a massive amount of grass where I'm going to be placing this mod, because I think that's just going to make things look really peculiar. So I want to try to avoid doing that, but at the same time I still want this whole Christmas theme to work. So let's just try and straighten that. We're reasonably straight on here. Right, I think we can do it here. I think we can do it in this place here. So what we need to do is, I actually want to start at the top. I think it would be easier if I start here and I start bringing this down. So the idea is this is going to cost us a load of money, but I think it's okay. I think we can cope with that. Now you're going to see how terrible of an artist I am now, and I can't. The problem is I can't lift this up. I can move it backwards and forwards, but I can't actually lift it up very far. So I am sort of doing this on kind of guesswork. I'm not much of an artist. I'm really not much of an artist at all, which you'll probably see by the time we finish doing this. You'll probably see quite clearly that I am definitely not much of an artist. But fortunately, these trees, they do sort of go inside each other. So it is quite useful to do it like that. And I want to bring that one out down there, I think. Come down that way. Is that even? That's not even close to being balanced now. That's gone way off. I am terrible at this. I really am. I can't even. My art consists. If I try to do some art, I can draw some stickmen. I can definitely draw stickmen, but yeah, that's actually about the full limit of what I can do. I can draw stickmen, and I can do them well. My stickmen do come out fairly bad. My stickmen are quite poor, to be fair. That's not even, that is terrible. That's absolutely awful placement. That's not, I need to delete that side. That side's got to go. So let's just come out of there a minute. I need to go into the garage now, and I'm going to have to start selling some of these. This is where it's going to get really difficult. Okay, so if I'm going to sell that one. I can't sell them. Oh, there we go. Oh, this is going to be really tricky. Oh dear. For those of you who've seen Sandy Bay, you're probably realizing exactly why I'm saying oh dear right now. This is going to be interesting. I can't click on the trees to sell them. This is going to be difficult. This is going to be very difficult. Right, Christmas tree there, and I've moved. Uh-oh. Oh dear. Oh, no, I'm facing in the right direction. I'm still facing in the right direction. I've just got to go back over here to my trees. There we go. Right, now, can I bring this down in the same kind of... I don't know if I can. I literally cannot even draw stickmen properly. Right? This is how bad I am at art. And I was hoping for something that would be really cool. It was really artistic. And it was going to look really Christmassy. It was going to be awesome. And I'm epically failing this right now. And I can see that it is going horribly wrong. And it's just not doing what I want it to do. Let's bring that one out like that, I think. I think it needs to come out there. Let's keep trying. There we go. And I want to bring that one out like that. I think that's about right. There, that's terrible. That really doesn't look right at all to me. It probably looks even worse. You're probably looking at this and saying, "Look, Frith, you just need to move it that way." No, Frith, just that way a little bit, just a tiny bit. What are you doing? Yeah, I feel your pain because I'm saying that to myself right now. This is what is going on over and over in my head. But let's just bring that one down there. There we go. So I'm finished. I'm completely done. Completely finished. Let's just have a look. And I can see it over there. So now what we need, I spent $3,400 on that. So I'm just going to leave the truck there a minute. And I'm going to come back over here. We're just going to check on our tractor, see how it's doing with the planting. Yeah, he's doing fine. He's doing fine. He's got no problems. Now, the other thing that I need to find out is, do I have the other mod that I was supposed to have in here? I suspect that I haven't actually got it in here. I suspect that I forgot. Oh, no, I didn't. I didn't forget. Excellent. Okay, we want to buy that one. Okay, and back. Right, now I need to go and find the DJ Phantom. Those can just keep working. There is my DJ Phantom. And I've got to remind myself how to fly this thing. And we can't go and look at this now until nighttime. It's got to be nighttime to look at this, to do this properly. So, let me remind myself how to use this thing and so on. Well, they've changed the way that this one works. It's definitely been updated quite a bit. It's a lot slower, and it keeps sort of slowing back down to 0. If you take your fingers off any of the buttons or anything, it does slow back down to 0, which is absolutely brilliant. Because it means that you got better control of it. Because the problem that I found in Gorala, which you probably remember, is that once I got it going, it just zoomed right off the edge of the map. That was the big issue that we had with this thing. It just didn't want to work properly. It zoomed right off the edge of the map. So I can bring it down a little bit lower, although because we've got Courseplay on this map, every time I press the right mouse button in order to zoom it back down lower, it doesn't quite work properly. Well, it does, but it activates the Courseplay, which we don't really want. So we're flying over the town at the moment, and I absolutely love this town. I really do. This is my absolute single favourite town in all of Farming Simulator. All the versions of Farming Simulator, all the mod maps that I've used, and the standard maps that I've used, this one here is without a doubt my favourite town of all. Definitely my favourite town. And there we go. That is what I was trying. I tell you what, that has not actually come out as bad as I thought. Okay, even if I do say so myself, that has come out reasonably well. I'm quite pleased with that. So let's just straighten this bad boy up a bit, and we'll come in forward. I think we want to stop about there, don't we? Something like that. Now, there are some different camera angles that you can use. I can go there, and I can go, there's the camera angle that I'm after. Oh, no, I don't want to twist. I don't want to do the twist. Let me just go forward a little bit. Okay, it's not the best Christmas tree, but I think that's actually pretty good. I'm quite pleased with that. I must say, I am reasonably pleased with how that one has turned out. It would be better if we could do it this way on, but you don't really want to look at it that way on. So I want to just go forward a tiny bit there, put it central, and then I can turn that way like that. And now all I need to do is no, I don't want to do that. I don't want to go down. I want to lift it up a little bit, so that I can see that. I want to be able to see the whole tree. I'm hoping that it doesn't like the lights, because once you get far enough away from the lights on these Christmas trees, they actually just disappear, so you don't see them, which is a little bit of a shame. Let's do that. It's going to lower it down a little bit. There we go. My Christmas tree. There is my Christmas special. A Christmas tree made out of Christmas trees. I really hope you like it, but that is all we got time for today, so I am going to bid thee farewell. If you enjoyed the episode, then please head down below and give us a like. And if you really enjoyed it, then please tell your friends all about me. Get them to come and watch as well. That would be awesome. And I really, really hope that you have a fantastic Christmas. Or you've had a fantastic Christmas if you're watching this one much later in the day. And do whatever you love to do today. This is the important thing. It's just do what you love to do. Don't feel that you have to do loads of things that you really despise and hate in order to make everybody else happy. It's all about sort of friendship and family and everything, but it is also about taking a bit of time for yourself as well. It's not all about everybody else. It is sometimes okay to do something for yourself rather than for everybody else. So just remember that when things are starting to pile up a little bit. I know that they can sometimes on a day, on a day like today, it can sometimes start to pile up a bit. Just remember, it is absolutely okay to just do a few things for yourself as well. But yeah, above all, I really, really wish you a merriest of Christmases, and I will see you tomorrow. Thank you very much for watching. This is Frithgar. Goodbye, and see you later.